Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Abyssal Legendary Hero Battle Clear. Today we are defeating the Radiant Queen Micaiah to earn the Gold Bird Nest. We're gonna take these lovely little eggs and hatch them into new messenger owls for the angel army. Or something, I don't know. Anyway, this is actually kind of an interesting one. I feel like usually these accessories don't really fit the character that gives them, but this time the Gold Bird Nest actually does fit Micaiah. But anyway, this map looked pretty intimidating, but it wasn't actually that bad in practice. There's a lot of issues. There's these trenches here that kind of discourage cavalry units. Though Micaiah herself also does that pretty well, and I'm not very smart, so I'm bringing cavalry units anyway. But aside from that, these walls also kind of limit your mobility as well, so even flyers have a bit of an issue here. But other than that, just the standard affairs, nothing too mind-bogglingly difficult. Though I'm actually surprised this Sword Knight doesn't have a savior skill. They love throwing those down on these maps lately. But this Sword Knight does actually manage to be pretty annoying even without it, so we'll count our blessings, I suppose. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm guessing he's supposed to represent Black Knight. I don't know why. I didn't pick that up. I haven't played the Radiant game, so I don't know who, like, if all these are supposed to represent specific characters, but that's probably what they were going for with that. I just noticed that. But anyway, real quick, let's take a look at the units leading the charge into combat this time. Up first is, of course, our dear Professor, who is looking better than ever with his new Dragon Flower increase. A very small bump to his strength, but a bump nonetheless. He's running his standard DC tank setup. Nothing too mind-blowing. We swapped out Close Call over Spurn because we do need that extra positioning assistance from Close Call. But other than that, nothing too exciting there. He is being backed up by his best student and our best daughter, wonderful, lovely Morgan, who's also running a pretty standard Fury Desperation build, though she has swapped out her rain skill for Distant Guard to improve the Professor's survivability. And instead of reposition, she's running a rally to cheer him on and help him get some kills. And other than that, nothing too amazing here either. Although the rally is also because reposition, with how cramped we are on this map, we don't need like a ton of movement assists. So her rally works fine. Next up is the newest member of the Angel Army. Making his Abyssal debut is Chris, running a modified version of his debuff tank setup. We swapped Attack Smoke for Attack Speed solo, just so that he's a little better off without having to rely on those debuffs. In fact, I don't think he even really needs his Plaguean Axe. He could probably swap out for Slaying Axe if we really wanted to, but it works. And we also swapped his lull skill for chill attack so that he can support the team without being right up next to them. Nothing too weird or out of the place there. And then finally we have lovely Magical Boy Forest, who has just continued to impress me with his versatility. He's just super fun to use. I absolutely adore him, and I'm really glad that I built him. He is running just standard support stuff. SR Far Trace to help him move around the map easier. Physic, because again, we don't have a ton of space, so return is not as helpful here, and Physic lets him heal from a distance. We swapped out Candlelight for Gravity so that he can control the crowds as they approach and bottleneck them a bit better. And then he's got Res Tactic and Joint Drive Res to further help Byleth's survivability. Alright, let's raid the castle and steal the new golden nest, which I assume to be the national treasure or something. Anyway, so to start, we're just going to move the Professor over here, and in defiance of all logic, we're going to move him up into Micaiah's range and tank her, even though she is a big ol' nuke. They didn't give her a pre-charged Glacies, which is what I would have expected. Instead, they gave her Miracle. So she's very scary on offense, but we can tank her. We don't have to worry about getting blown up by a special on turn 1. And we're also going to have Morgan move over and support with her Rally and Distant Guard. And Forrest will move up to support with Joint Drive Res. He also has Res Tactic on the Professor, and Chris's Chill Attack also triggered and hit Micaiah. So we will move Chris over off on his own to intercept and guard that corridor. Micaiah will attack the Professor and does a good chunk, but we reduce the damage and return with a double attack. Couldn't quite take her out though, and so she's going to get healed up, unfortunately. Lance Cavalier attacks into the Professor, but thanks to damage reduction, we tank it and return with an Aether to heal ourselves up. There we go. So, didn't take anyone out turn 1, but we did get things rolling. So, right from the start, we can have Chris move up and take out this blue Manakete. Even without debuffs, Chris still hits hard and hits fast, and will be able to one-round this Manakete. Goodbye. And now we can have Morgie destroy the Lance Cavalier with a Mighty Bolt. Zap! Goodbye. And we're going to have Forrest heal up Byleth with Physic. There we go. And now he's going to move over here, so he's out of the way of Micaiah, but still close enough that he can support with his Joint Drive Res. And Byleth is going to just pull Morgan down. Now her and Forrest are both safe, and Byleth is in range to bait her once again. She's going to get healed up by this Fire Flood Bomb, which will also give her a boost. And she's going to come down and attack the Deer Professor. But same as before, we're just going to tank it. And we're going to return with 2 attacks and an Aether. Bam! Heal up. And now we have to worry. There's some reinforcements that spawn down from the rear that we have to immediately dispatch, or they will present a big problem. So to start, we're going to have Morgan shoot this red flyer out of the sky. Zap! Red flyer counterattacks for 0. And zap again. Goodbye. And now it's tempting to have Forrest attack the Axe Knight, chip him down, and then Chris finish him off. But if Forrest attacks, that will actually charge the Axe Knight's bonfire, and he will kill Chris before Chris can finish him. So instead, we're going to have Chris attack the Axe Knight first. We're going to take a good chunk of damage, but we're going to heal up with Aether. And now that special is charged, but that doesn't matter because Forrest will attack from range. He's going to attack like so. Take out the Axe Knight, and now he's going to just slide into this slot so that he can provide res tactic support to Chris, and Byleth will finish off Micaiah. And she endures with Miracle, but cannot take the second hit, and down she goes. Byleth slides back out of the way. The Blue Mage will attack, but Byleth will endure, helped by the Distant Guard from Morgan, and do a good chunk back. Almost takes him down. Axe Fighter attacks into Byleth, but to no avail. We take minimal damage and return with an Aether to heal ourselves up. Bam! Alright. We're going to have Forrest finish off this Blue Mage. Bam! Bam! Goodbye! And this Green Mage will actually destroy Forrest, so we want to block off the path with Byleth. And now we have some issues. This Green Cavalier is pretty scary, and Chris can take it out, but if he does, he will be stuck here, and the Sword Knight will attack him and use Lunge to pull him up into all this nonsense here, and they will attack him. So instead, we have to have Chris just tank this Green Cavalier. He is supported by Morgan's Distant Guard and Father's Tactics, but we can't rally him because we want him solo for his Plaguean Axe effect and his attack speed solo. So we're just going to leave Morgan and Chris exactly where they are, And even though it's very, very scary, Chris is barely able to endure this Green Cavalier. Doesn't get doubled and tanks the hit. He's down to 1 thanks to Fury chip damage, but he's still hanging in there. Green Mage attacks into the Professor, and we attack back. Can't finish the job, unfortunately. They will get physicked back up to almost full, which is unfortunate, but now they have moved that Sword Knight away, so Chris can finish off the Green Cavalier. Chop, chop, goodbye. Get out of here. And now we've got all these guys who are very scary that we have to deal with. So the Thief is the biggest issue because they just hit very, very hard. Very, very, very hard. So we need to get rid of them, but we don't really have a good way of doing that. So instead, we're going to have Forrest come up and attack the Cleric to lock them in place, like so. Drop the gravity, and now they're all going to have their movement restricted. Forrest can move over here, and Byleth is going to come up and defeat the Green Flyer. Hit him with the Aether. Bam. And now it's very spooky, but we're going to have Morgan just rally for Forrest. Cleric will heal the Green Mage. Hit the Fire Flood Bomb. Sword Knight will pivot over, and the Green Mage moves down. So from here, we're going to have Byleth take out the Green Mage. Chop, chop. And we're going to have Forrest hit the Cleric. Drop more gravity. And move over here. We're going to move Morgan over, and we're going to move Chris over as well. All right. So this Thief is just a massive pain, but we're going to have Forrest once again drop some gravity. And now he's going to move down so that Chris can reposition him out of the way. And we're going to have Morgan take out and obliterate the Sword Knight. Bam. And now we'll move the Professor over and in range. Cleric heals the Thief. Drops that Fire Flood Bomb. And the Thief moves down. So now we are in a much better position to just blow up this Thief, finally get rid of him. Here comes the Aether, heal up. Can't double, so we don't get the kill, unfortunately. Morgan can finish off the Cleric. Here comes the Aether. Bam! Heal her up. And now Chris can finish the job, but first, let's bring Forrest over and heal Chris up. Get the Earth Water Bomb just because. And Chris finished the job. Chop! Down he goes. And there we go. That Thief was actually probably more intimidating than Micaiah herself. But with that done, we have obtained the Gold Bird Nest and finished yet another Abyssal map. So overall, pretty good. And again, certainly not the most optimal to bring 2 cavalry units on here. But I really wanted to have Chris do some work, and Forrest is also very flexible and very helpful. But other than that, Byleth and Morgan, as always, very strong units. Always pleased with their results. So overall, not too bad of a map. So anyway, Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, maybe even got some ideas if you were struggling. And until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Angel Army signing out.